the 10 best performing A/B tests in our agency in September. That's what we're going to talk about in today's episode of the e-commerce uptick. And by the way, I'm sorry for taking so long to record the next episode. I've been really, really busy, and I'm really happy to be back with the next episode. So let's just dive straight into it. So we run about 200, 300 tests a month, and this is just a summarized version of the best performing tests across all our clients. And so I think you will find a lot of inspiration in this, but I also think you're going to see huge revenue numbers if you implement these in your business. Number one is to add your return policy in the cart area and also your phone number to get in touch with you. Now that might be a little bit surprising, but this is one of the best performing tests we've had. And the reason for that is when a lot of people go to the cart and they're considering if they should check out, basically they're thinking, is this a good place? Can I return it if I don't want to buy it? And how good is their customer service? And if you add in a phone number, you're saying just with that number alone, hey, we got world-class support. You can call us anytime. Just call us right here. Now, nobody's going to actually call you on that phone number because they're not in a place right now where they need you, but it shows a lot. So if you can add in the phone number as well, that will help tremendously. What you want to do is add it right above the proceed to checkout button at the very bottom of that cart page. The second test that I want to highlight is return policies on checkout, along with 2 to 3 other key USPs, so unique value propositions. So again, those are reasons why people should shop with your e-commerce brand. So that could be specifically that you only produce organic, protein bars, or you have been producing everything in the US, whatever, so you're proudly produced locally. It can be so many different things, but it's really important to state the core reasons why people should shop with you. It could also be a guarantee. If you don't see X result in X days, you will get a full refund. That's always really good, risk reversal. But the return policy is the key one here as well. You want to say, hey, you have 30 days, 40 days, whatever it might be, to actually return the product, and you'll get your money back if you do it. People like that because it means it's low risk for them to do it. Tip number 3, upsells on the cart or inside the cart is really, really big. You need to use AI to do this because you don't actually know what people want. So if you use a really good app out there, it will understand specifically what people are more inclined to buy based on what they already have in the cart. And you can use Upcart for that. You can use Rebuy. There's so many other apps out there, but those are just 2 you could do. And once you've done with the cart, you need to do it in the checkout as well. This is really, really neglected, but in the checkout, it will actually show you the total on the right side in Shopify, but you can add in 2 to 3 additional products that they can buy with a single click. And for those, I recommend doing a little discount or something else that kind of entices them to buy it. You can also show a little indicator that if they add more of what they have in the cart, they will get a 10%, 50% discount on the additional items they add. So those are just a little bit of a trick you can do in order to get people to buy more. Obviously, it's valuable for the customer because they are going to save money as well. Number 4 is discount ladders on the cart. This is really, really important. If you show at the top of your cart how far away they are from free shipping, but don't actually stop there and add in 2 other progressions towards freebies and discounts. So basically it's like a bar that will keep showing you that you are working towards an additional benefit. And the more you add to the cart, the more these benefits you're going to get, which could be freebies, it can be discount codes, it can be extras, it can be something valuable for the customer. And you have to determine what is valuable here. If you don't have a product that you can give away for free, stop what you're doing and do that now. You always need samples. You always need freebies. People love that. There's a reason why people stop in the supermarket to try different free tasters, whether that be wine or food. And it works super, super well. And people will add more to the cart in order to get that freebie and that extra discount. And by the way, the way you set this up is, let's say that your average order value is $50, then you want your free shipping to be around $60 or $70, about 20, 25% above the average order value. is the sweet spot. And by the way, if you're already offering free shipping, you should actually be changing the threshold as your business changes, as your AOV is going up. So for example, let's say you're doing free shipping for $50, so your average order value is $50. Now it's time to push that average order value up. And so you need to say free shipping at $75 and a freebie at, I don't know, 90 or 99 bucks. And then there might be a discount for your entire cart if you reach 150 bucks, right? Then you get 10% off, something like that. These things really help building AOV, and we've been testing that for clients. It's working extremely well. Test number 5 is adding shipping protection to your order. So basically, whenever a product gets lost, you're replacing it for free, right? For any clients, that's just good customer service. And you can add a shipping protection policy in there that if the order goes missing, you're going to replace it. But you're doing that anyway, right? So not really a difference for you, but it's nice for the client to know that you're going to replace the orders. And we found that the 3% of whatever the cart value is the sweet spot. So adding in a shipping protection, you can use tons of apps, by the way, for this, and you can just set the number to be dynamic, like a percentage of the order value or just a specific number. So adding in 3% here is an easy AOV boost. We tested this for client and it works every single time. It's just a matter of finding the sweet spot of what that percentage should be, but it's usually 3%. All right. Test number 6 is asking customers to upgrade to express shipping and then adding in another 20% margin on top of that. So shipping is usually a very negative thing in e-commerce. It's like an additional cost. But if you ask a customer whether they want to upgrade to express shipping to get their order by X amount of days or show it will get delivered on this specific day, this is really key. The shipping is confusing. So if you can tell people when it will be delivered and how many days it will arrive faster by upgrading to express shipping, then a lot of people will take it. And since it's an offer where they can say no, it's not really a negative thing. It's just really exciting for a lot of customers. They can say, you know what, I'm going to pay that additional $8 to get it in a day. And that means you can deliver a better experience with customers because getting it faster is obviously super beneficial. It's better for your customer service, but also you can add in 20% buffer here. So let's say it costs you $7 to give people express shipping. You could sell it for $9, and that will add you just a little bit of margin, a little bit of AOV and profit on the order, which makes a massive difference, right? So add in that express shipping option as an upsell and tell them how fast it will get delivered compared to the normal shipping. That's how you do that. Test number 7 is adding split payment information on product pages, collection pages, and checkout. And a lot of people do this, but it's really important to put it at the top of the page right under the price, and also close to the add to cart button, and also show what they could potentially pay per month with this service, because people want to visualize, is it $30 a month? Okay, I could afford that, right? So that's what makes people actually make a decision to buy, where they would have said no, because they know already on the product page what they would have to pay per month. And Affirm and Klarna and so on, they can do that dynamically. If you add in their plugin, you can basically tell the plugin to say specifically what they would have to pay per month for this specific product. Now, the thing that also makes a massive difference is once a lot of people go to checkout, they kind of forget about the split payment option. So what you can do is optionally you can display a banner at the checkout where it says, hey, not sure if you want to pay all of it up front, split it, use Klarna below. So just a reminder, hey, Klarna is available for you. You can split the payment. And if you do that, you will catch a lot of those people that once they reach checkout feel like, I cannot really afford the product. So a banner here is really good. And again, there's plugins and apps on Shopify that's called, checkout banners and stuff like that. And in this banner, you should address that they can split the payment again. And this is really the trick here. Test number 8 is sorting bestsellers on collection pages. So sorting by bestseller is not something that every single brand is doing. And the ones that are doing it are also missing some key features here. which is to make sure that the bestsellers are not just the bestsellers in the whole store, because you will have categories like bestsellers, and then you'll have huge categories that is like all apparel. And in all apparel, let's just take that for instance. Let's say your gym brand, you're selling, sports bras and tights and, t-shirts. If you just sort by bestsellers and all your bestsellers are t-shirts, then people are not going to see the sports bras and the tights and all that stuff. So the way to do that is use an app that adds a little bit of dynamic sorting in there, which will take the bestseller in each category and put it towards the top. And you can also imagine that if you're selling sports apparel and a male is going to a category page that says bestsellers and all the bestsellers are sports bras, then he's not going to buy anything, right? So it has to be one item per category, which will really, really increase your revenue per visitor for that test. So that's the split test you want to run. And you can, again, use apps to get that dynamic sorting, which is not standard in Shopify, and that will really help you a lot. Test number 9 is adding category clouds or collection clouds to every collection page. And what I mean by clouds is that you highlight your top 10 categories at the top of every category or collection page. This is so that there's a one-click button to switch to a different category. So if you're like, oh, I was looking at rings, now I'm going to be looking at necklaces, instead of having to move manually up to the hamburger menu, click shop all, click on jewelry, click on necklaces, then you can just do a one-click switch to necklaces, right? And this is where a lot of people are falling off. They have no more stamina left to go to the other category pages. They're just done once they have been through all the rings. But if you give them an easy way to switch to other categories, they're going to be browsing more. So this is really important, and we've seen some really great lifts here, and the implementation is fairly easy. Number 10, so the last one here, is really a big one as well. You need to monitor your filters. You need to monitor what filters people are using for all your collection pages. And if there are certain filters people use more often than others, then you want to add a shortcut to those filters. And basically what it means is that at the top of the collection pages, you can instantly click one of the 3 most popular filters, and there's a high chance that those filters are the ones that they actually want to use. So if you expose them, people will use them and they'll find what they're looking for. So that is very important. That is not standard. It's not standard in Shopify. You want to implement it at the top, just like the clouds that I just talked to you about. But also, you want, if people click on filters, to have what is known as most popular filters at the top, and then people can easily click those, and that's really the way to go. Also, don't forget that when you add in filters, you want to expose them so you can see, okay, this filter is live right now. I can tick it off again if I don't want to show it. This is something that most brands are forgetting, and basically it's very difficult to refilter things again afterwards. Anyway, those were my 10 biggest A/B tests for this month of September. I think you're going to find a lot of really good conversion increases, revenue increases if you actually implement this into your store. If this was helpful, please rate this on your favorite podcast network, Spotify, Apple Network, whatever it might be. It really helps the podcast grow. And yeah, thank you for listening, and we'll speak soon.